A rude mom and her kids tried to bully my 8-year-old for stealing one seat at a birthday party. My daughter shut them down with kindness. My daughter, 8, was invited to a birthday party for a girl in her skating class. We drive about an hour to get to her class each week, so neither of my daughters knew anyone else at the party besides the birthday girl and her parents. They are incredibly nice, and we have had playdates with them before, but this was the first time she met any of the birthday girl's other friends. They had 2 long tables set up, and there were quite a few seats for people, but some parents, like myself, had chosen to stand off to the side. The kids all got in line to get their food, and the birthday girl was the first through the line, followed closely by my daughter. When they walked over to the tables, the birthday girl sat down near the end of the first table. My daughter was kind of standing there with her plate, deciding where to go, when the birthday girl's dad pointed to the seat at the end where his daughter was sitting and said she should take that seat. No big deal, right? Well, apparently a woman and her 2 daughters, not sure their age, but one was about my daughter's age and the other one a bit younger, had been sitting there before and had left their bag under the table where my daughter and the birthday girl sat down. I admit I didn't see the bag. If I had, I probably would have told her to move on the other side of the birthday girl, but I thought nothing of it when they sat down. When the woman and her 2 daughters got their plates, they came over and were shocked to see someone in their seats. Mind you, it is not just my kid sitting there, but also the birthday girl. There are also still open seats right next to this spot as well, including one of their seats. They got upset and started complaining loudly to each other about how someone stole their seat. The mom walked over and snatched her bag up from under the table. Then, instead of sitting in one of the available open seats, they proceeded to sit on the floor in the corner about 5 feet from where my daughter was. They were loudly talking about how it was rude that someone stole their seat and that their stuff had been there before, so they should have known. They kept up with the passive-aggressive comments and were pointing at my daughter while doing it. Now let me tell you how badly I wanted to throw hands at this woman. She not only let her daughters make comments but also participated. I was not about to make a scene at this party though, so I stepped up and stood behind my daughter and gave them the iciest stare possible. They noticed me and toned it down, but still kept making comments. When I was 8 years old, if something like this had happened, and I had comments like that directed towards me, I probably would have gone and cried in the corner, or even just sat there and not been able to eat or say anything, but not my kiddo. She just finished her food while ignoring them and chatting with the birthday girl. When she was done, she got up and cleaned up her plate. Then she confidently walked over to the trio on her own and said, "I am very sorry I sat in your place. I am all done now, so if you want to take the seat, you can." She was very sincere, and the mother immediately started backtracking. "Oh, it is no big deal. We are not upset. We are okay sitting here. The thing is, my daughter took up one seat, and the 3 of them somehow thought that was just so awful they had to be passive-aggressive and act like martyrs because of it. They were not directing hostility toward the birthday girl, obviously, because it is the birthday girl, and they know her, but they don't know my daughter, so they must have thought she was an easy target. Well, this girl is not." Later, they sang happy birthday, and all the kids got up to get cupcakes. Well, one of the 2 daughters went to sit back on the floor and dropped her cupcake. She was very upset, and the mom also got upset. And I understand the mom being frustrated with that cause. Here you are at a birthday party. Your kid made a mess, and you were just taught a life lesson by an 8-year-old. So she was sighing and telling her kid to suck it up. Well, my daughter saw what happened and immediately walked over and got the girl a new cupcake and brought them napkins and helped them clean the floor. She told the girl, "I got you the same cupcake flavor you had before, because I figured it's your favorite." The girl smiled at her and thanked her. My kiddo even threw away the trash from cleaning up the mess for them. I could do nothing but stand there with the biggest grin on my face. The rest of the time, they acted sweetly, and even played together with my daughter and the birthday girl. After the party, I told my daughter how proud I was of her, and how she handled the situation perfectly. She said, "Mommy, I was just nice to them and it turned them from being mean to being nice back." "Yes, you did, sweetheart. You're going to take over the world someday."